The go live and I hate niggas. Listen, we got to make sure everything's all going. Man, it looks like we live. Ablo, welcome to Instagram Live, brother. How you feeling? You all right? This is the episode your mom talked about. I didn't see it happening today. I feel like every time I plan to talk to you on camera, you want to have a fit. I don't know. You all right? Hiccups? You still got those hiccups? Damn, bro. It's been over like 10, 15 minutes, bro. This is wild. Where's your pacifier at before your fire, as so the streets call these days? Can y'all hear me? Let me check my live real quick. I forgot I gotta make sure I always check. And I got a 7 o'clock call that's probably gonna happen halfway through this, but it's all right. I'm gonna call him back. So we'll be good. I'm gonna call him back. There we go. Let's check. There we go. Look at there. Audio is all good. Audio is all great. Resolution sharp. I swear, man. Once I'm actually able to get a solid show in place, here, fix your collar. Fix your collar. There we go. Audio is good. Hit record. I already hit it. I hit it first, as Ray J would say. I hit that first. I always hit record first. No, that mic's good. It's just a dummy camera. Welcome back to another episode of the Mohammed Cook Show. I'm your host here, the one, the only Mohammed Cook. And to the right of me, I have the better version of Mohammed Cook, better known as Ablo Cook. Yeah, that's right. We are sitting here chilling on another beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Oh, let me increase the comment size because I can't see a damn thing. I can't see a thing. I can't see shit in this thing. I feel like what's his name in Django. Can't see a thing in here. As you guys can very well notice, we are at the new setup once again. We're sitting here at the chairs because Key and I weren't able to discuss who was going to watch Ablo. She has a couple errands she has to run, so because of that, it looks like I just got my son here live during the show. How you feeling today, this afternoon or this evening, brother? You all right? You good? That's beautiful. You just gonna hit the mic out? You just gonna hit the mic like that? It's disrespectful. Your dad works hard to get this equipment and you just disrespect it. But whatever. We'll leave that for another day. It's on Fo and them. Also here live in the studio, we got David and the one and only Wolves living it up with us, making sure. There, so you kind of see the fingertips earlier in the camera. Listen, you guys, I really didn't have a long drawn out episode. There's really only a couple things I wanted to talk about today because, like, as you very well know, I have used this show as my therapy to discuss whatever I got going on in my mind, whatever I got going on in life. And without this, I can imagine that a lot of my thoughts would get pent up in my head and then I'd be a complete wreck. But because of the show, I'm able to just hold a lot of my opinions and then whatever I'm feeling. And then I could just go from there. Oh, how did I forget? My apologies, brother. Let me know how you're feeling. 1 to 10 in the comment section. Even when I'm sitting down, my energy isn't nearly as high because I'm just so much more relaxed. I see why people like sit while they do interviews because it's so much more relaxing. Standing up makes me feel like Kai Cenat, and I just got to like jump and dance and all that good shit. But you know, sometimes I got the energy and sometimes I don't. So let me know how you feeling in the comment section. Let me go scroll this up a little bit. You know, he's fighting with the mic. He gonna figure it out. We can't have him fighting with the mic for too long. He'll figure it out sooner or later. Brother, please don't mess that mic up. Please. Thank you. Anyways, let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. Once again, 1 to 10. 10 means you're feeling on top of the world. 1 means you're feeling underneath it. And I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, no one's ever asked. I throw that out there, but no one's really asked. I think I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, for me, I'm like a solid 7, right? Like things aren't necessarily bad. Like it's not the end of the world, but oh my gosh, it's so far from like perfection. So I'll give myself a 7. I'm not going to say a 6 because that's a D, and I think my life's a little bit better than a D average, you know? So I give it a solid 7. Ablo, how you feeling? Give me a sound if it's a 10. Oh shit, we got some sounds. There it is. Well, it looks like Ablo done gave me a 10. He's on a more pass-fail system. So because he gave us a little audio, we are good. We are good. And yeah, there we go. All right, good brother. All right, good brother. But anyways, speaking of yeah, you really talking into the mic. This is wild. That's crazy. Exactly. Anyway, so for today's topic, there was a couple things I wanted to just cover. I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but Apple has finally released their augmented reality, their augmented glass. And I just have to say, as a true fan of Apple and everything they do, I am beyond excited for the future. Let me tell you why I'm excited for the future. It's not for the reason why you think. Yes, editing is going to be crazy because it's going to be 3-dimensional and we can reach and drag and pull. And yes, movies will be better because you can literally engulf yourself in the movie. And yes, FaceTiming is going to be better because obviously you'll be able to literally FaceTime with one another. But the coolest part about this whole thing is the fact that I ask my students every day, like I'm not sure if I told you guys, but like you very well know, at Garces, I am a robotics teacher. But the difference between the summer versus, what happened? Okay, just chill for a minute. I'll give you the pacifier in a minute. The difference between the actual school year and the summer is that I'm mostly like a middle school teacher. My students ages or grade. Okay, hold on. Don't do this. Don't do this. Thank you. Jeez, brother. Jeez. All right. Anyway, so the age ranges of my students range anywhere from 10 to like 14. So there really is no middle. From that process, I'm able to ask them questions about the future, and then they can give me a million different responses. Sometimes you hear the pessimistic ones, like that might be too much information. You can tell whose parents are a little bit more reserved. And then sometimes you see the really optimistic freaking Tesla driving parent that just makes buku bucks and is so deep, it's so ingratiated in technology. It's just amazing to just hear, really, because their brains aren't really filtered by anything. They're really only expressing from the heart. But the best part about expressing from the heart while you're that age, it's honestly genuine. So I ask my students the question of the day every day when I'm doing roll call. Instead of saying here or present, I always give them a question of the day. And the question today was quite simple. It was, if you went home, I'm gonna present it to you guys in the format that how I kind of present it to them. If you went home today, and as soon as you walk through the door, you're tired, you had your late night afternoon, your little snack, and then you walk into your room, and then you see there's a box on your pillow, and on that pillow are the Apple Vision glasses, right? And some of them, to be completely honest with you, had no idea what I was talking about. For those who did not know in the class, we actually ran the commercial. Breathing hard, brother. So what we ended up doing was watching the commercial, watch kind of excerpts from the entire press conference, and then we went to the Bob Iger scene where he was discussing how Disney's integrated into this new technology. And what was cool about it was a lot of my students were excited about it. And I asked them, you guys, imagine that this Apple Vision was on your pillow. What would be the first thing you would do? Like sometimes, you know, when you first open an Apple product, obviously you turn it on, but what's the first thing you do? I remember the first time I ever got an iPhone, the first app I ever opened was YouTube, because I knew when I went to the Apple store, just being exposed to YouTube was this new platform where you can just upload videos. There was no news. It was just the greatest thing in the world. And in fact, the first video I ever watched on YouTube was shoes. I'm not sure if you guys remember. It was like this white guy. It was one of the first, I can almost even say, cross-dressing videos of YouTube. And when I watched it, I said, wow, this doesn't look professional. This is mad amateur, but he was actually able to upload. And I was a fan from there on out. Then I started watching a lot more car videos. The next highlight in my YouTube career would have to say it was the rapper skits. I can't remember the comedian's name, but he used to say, but I'm not a rapper. Is anybody, Wolf, what was that nigga's name? He said, but I'm not a rapper. What was his name? Super hot fire or super hot. That was another iconic moment I had with YouTube, which essentially stemmed from this great moment of me being exposed to the iPhone. So I wanted to know for the next generation, what would be the thing they would do? Well, the common answers that a lot of kids gave me were, I'm going to go on YouTube and YouTube Shorts. That was like the go-to. But what was different was that some of my students were like, I want to connect it to my Wii. And I'm like, why would you want to get Apple Glass to connect it to the Wii? And their main goal and focus was essentially to create Roblox. So you good?
Not the Switch?
The Switch, excuse me. The Switch. I'm sorry, I dated myself. Switch. And they want to just create their Roblox worlds, Minecraft worlds with literally living. Come on, bro. I'm going to show y'all a little dad hack. Your kid don't want the pacifier, put a little bit of the milk on the tip of it like that, right? And then you can fool him into, there you go, watch that.
Was you doping up your baby?
Nah, it's just with titty milk. He good.
That's crazy.
Come on, brother. I'm in the middle of a story. Just take the pacifier. All right, you don't want it? You don't want it. Fine. You don't want it? You don't have to have it. Fine. Yeah, you know what? Don't even worry about it. But anyways, so I was talking to them and they said their main goal, their main focus was essentially just to go on YouTube and create Minecraft characters. But one thing that was in particular was kind of interesting. I had two kind of answers that threw me off. And one of them was interesting because I never thought about it, really. She said, Mr. Mo, you ever heard of an escape room? And I was like, I'm familiar. I think it's these things where people want to lock themselves up for fun and go through some type of puzzle process to get out of it. Now, y'all call it an escape room. I just call that my life and being a young adult. So every day, and I explained to her, every day is an escape room for me, but I can see how some people can find this recreational. Her and I, first of all, that was way too much information for her. Her eyes kind of looked at me big. Well, she's like, well, what I want to do, Mr. Mo, with my Apple Glass, I would like to have me and my friends all be in a digital escape room. That's the main goal. I want to sit in a room with my friends and we all try to go through this puzzle together, all wearing our Apple Glass, but also being in a million different places at the same time. And I said, yo, that's actually kind of tight. I said that would be the perfect transition for escape room to go into the digital space. Well, I thought it couldn't get any more interesting until one kid took the literal word escape literally. He said, and I don't even think he meant for it to be this deep. He said, he said, I would like to lock one to somebody's face, right? And then put them in a virtual world of a prison. Because he said, well, technically, it's not real prison, but is it real prison? Because now we don't know what's real. Now, I admit, I admit that is a little scary. But what he was really trying to say was the line between reality and augmented reality is so thin. And I said, that's so interesting. He said that, would it be possible that in the future that people would potentially be in some form of incarceration but be in it digitally? That is it possible that we'll be locked in to this digital world? Because when you really look at the new Apple Glass, it's really changing. It looks, firstly, let's talk about design. I'm gonna come back to the Apple. I'm gonna come back to these stories, but let's go back to the Apple Glass itself. Firstly, you have to understand they look like snow goggles. They look like snow goggles. The moment I saw them, I immediately saw Kim Kardashian in a Skims outfit, wearing it somewhere in some ad, just making it mad relatable. So I said, this is interesting. People for the first time might actually step into this augmented reality. Hold on. Your face is frowning. Hold on. Here, take the bottle. Take the bottle. Please. Thank you. There we go. So I, for the first time ever, I saw people really stepping into like this real augmented reality. And I saw how it can be relatable to the everyday person. Now, contrary to that price, I can't see a lot of people paying that price. But what I can see Apple doing is setting up amazing payment plans. I do not understand. I think, okay, you don't want it. Whatever, bro. Whatever. What's the pacifier? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. He keeps grunting into the microphone. There we go. So anyways, I see Apple really taking a leap forward in these financing kind of situations because I see them making, what do you call this? I see them making this Apple Glass really affordable. I think I was explaining to my students, I said, you guys, prior to the iPhone, I don't remember spending $1,000 on phones. Like the whole idea of spending $1,000 on a Sidekick, a Razor, I'm just trying to come up with the most iconic phones of our era. But even the Boost Mobiles, I'm a little ratchet, so I had a Boost Mobile IA60. It was really probably 100, 200. Oh, sorry. Hold on. it was probably 100, 200, maybe $300 at most. But then once the iPhone was released, immediately phones became like this $700,000 ticketed item. And I said, once again, Apple has done it. They have figured out a way to, it's a little too close. You pulling them. They have figured out a way to charge astronomical prices for something that we can technically get for a quarter of the price. So I was like, they were looking at me dumbfounded. They said, Mr. Mo, there was never a day when phones were only a couple $100s. They, first of all, they had the audacity to ask me, they said, Mr. Mo, were you around when phones were attached to houses? I said, you mean a landline? They said, no, it's like a cell phone attached to a house. Now, we used to crack that joke all the time. At my job, all the time we say, like, these kids don't know what a landline is, but they legit had no idea. The closest reality, the next follow-up question after the landline was, Mr. Mo, were you around when internet did not exist? I said, they really have no idea how time and age works. So I had to explain to them, yes, I was around since the internet, since the birth of the internet. Yes, I've been around since the landline. But you guys understand, this is still very young technology, which takes me into my point with augmented reality. When Apple is entering this market, you got to understand, this whole AI, augmented reality, digital space, this is all new conversation. And the fact that Apple has designed some glass that is that aesthetically pleasing right off the rip on their first Gen 1, we're going to really have a hard time in the future understanding what's real and what's fake. The best part about being a teacher is that I'm able to get so much insight from so many students, so many opinions, and so many different walks of life, but it's pure, untouched insight. And why am I saying that? Because as we get older, our brain starts tweaking with the way we think. We start thinking about other opinions, people's opinions. We start thinking about the opinions of our community, our peers, our family, whatever it may be. And we don't really speak from the true heart. Bro, if you keep spitting this out, I'm going to assume you don't want it. Don't do this. Don't do this. Here. All right, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I got to lift him up. Jeez. Come on, brother. Come on. Jeez. We got to do the... There we go. Is that good? Here, let's fix this, because I got to do the little bouncing thing. As I got to be a dad real quick, y'all. Sometimes I can't... I promise you, my monologues don't hit nearly as well. But anyways... So in this entire process, as I'm sitting here having this conversation with them, they don't even recognize this, how great they are, how because of their entire view, because their entire view on the world is so pure and no one has really tampered it. They're actually able to just step into the world of just augmented glass. I think that's crazy. I can't imagine if I went back in time and somebody told me, yo, the glasses you put on are going to take you into a whole new world. I was so excited about the future of Apple product. And mind you, I've never really been excited about products. Now, am I going to spend the $3,500? Fuck no. Not going to happen. There's no way I'm spending $3,500 on essentially a luxury item, a luxury ticket item. It's not a necessity. I can spend $3,500 on a camera, maybe a computer, because that brings me some form of profit. However, when it comes to my equipment, I mean, just a tech item. You guys saw me the whole process. I wanted an Apple Watch. Shouts out to Killjoy for gifting me a Fitbit that he found. But literally, I couldn't even spend that much on an Apple Watch because it's not a necessity at all. You have something to say? Keep grunting. All right, nothing. So, yeah, you guys, I don't know. So as I continue, I just want to have just a quick conversation about augmented reality real quick. What's you guys' view on the Apple Glass? 10 mean it's a great product, 1 mean you think it's trash. What's your take on it? For real, talk to me. I can't see any of the comments, and maybe I should have just had them up here the whole time. That probably would have helped a little bit. There we go. I kind of can see. You see the screen? That's you, brother. There you go. That's all you. But honestly, what's you guys' view on Apple Glass? Do we like it? Do we dislike it? Where do we stand with it? Are we going to purchase it? What's going on with it? How much? What price point would you think it would be what price point would you consider purchasing it at? I want to know, do you think, okay, Hannah, she said it's stupid. I don't, okay. Would you care to tell why, like in a couple sentences. We don't have to hit them with the whole dissertation. I'm just really curious to know why you just off the rip you calling it just stupid, because I think it's quite genius. I think it's the next leap. I think mixing this with ChatGPT, OpenAI, I think it could it's going to change the way we look at the world. I think one of the greatest features it has, honestly, and as y'all very well know, Apple did not pay me to say all this. Apple don't even know I exist. Stupid. What I like most about it is the fact that you can take 3D pictures. I think the whole idea of recording a moment. If I had the Apple Glass on right now, I can literally hold Ablo, look down at him, look around the room, and then be able to record all the details and put the glass on and literally be back in the space. It's different than looking at it on just like a screen. I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick. She said, it's stupid, Hannah. I love the idea of the experience, but I think they're going to be trash for society and our social life. I don't know. He said, they got to lower that price or do a limited release. Okay. Why do we need our phones closer to our faces unless I'm not understanding what it is? To be honest with you, it's not necessary. If you look at it, it's just like a phone. Yes, I can understand why you think it's ridiculous. But the way I look at it is that and I wish I can flip the camera and show you guys on my side. I literally look at about 3 to 4 screens every single day while I'm recording. I have my phone, my laptop, and 2 monitors. And that's just my regular editing. If I'm able to put the glasses on, I can have 10 screens if I need it, or I can have 1 large screen. Something that I found quite interesting about the entire experience is the whole idea, and mind you, this is crazy. I'm not sure if you guys watched the presentation, but the whole idea of sports. Y'all know, if you are part of the community, you know that I'm not a sports guy. However, with the NBA's partnership with Apple, you will be able to literally live floor seats at an affordable rate. On top of that, you will be able to get a bird's eye view of every single game. Every 2K angle that they have in the video game, you can watch for real live during the game. I think that you mix that in with outside of NBA, let's take that to F1. Imagine getting in the car with the actual driver while they're driving during F1. Football, I mean, the possibilities are endless. I think as somebody who enjoys sports, I think this will be the next generation of sports viewership. I think we're going to start seeing some of the greatest slow motion takes of all time. I'm gonna see, I got a couple more comments. He said, the technology is incredible, especially for a first release. Definitely. What's good, Louis? What's good with you? It's nice talking to you, brother. Nice seeing you. But yeah, you guys, like this, for me, this is like a really big deal. And that's why I just had to dedicate an episode to it. Because I want to document this moment in time. I want to document Apple Glass. I want to document a turning of the tide. And I thought it would be, I just happened to get lucky that Key needed me to watch him at this very moment, that I'm having an episode about the turning of tides while holding the next Mohammed. Well, he ain't the next Mohammed, he Ablo. But you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like, I'm the iPhone, he's the Apple Glass. It's so crazy. He still has no idea. Like, look, here, take a phone. Look. No idea. He has no idea what this is. And nor does he care. But by the time he's old enough to recognize, understand, he will be walking straight into Apple Vision. That's going to be 5 years from now. That might be their Gen 2. I'll arguably say the second generation of any electronic is always better. Now with movies and sequences like that, it doesn't always work. But when it comes to technology, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Virtual floor seats will not be the same at all. I don't think it will be the same in a sense where the experience, like, yes, the audio's not going to be there. The literally hearing these brothers run down court. I'm assuming that this is all black, but it's not all black. Because I don't know, who would I want to see? Who would I want to see coming running down court if I have on AI goggles? Kyrie. No, I don't want to see Kyrie. I want to see, what's my guy who gets 0-0? Snail. Tony Snail. I got to watch Tony Snail. And the only reason I'm not even going to go down that because I need a little bit more knowledge. I need a little bit more knowledge on Tony Snail, but that's the only person I want to see. He's not in the league anymore?
I don't even know if he is.
No! Tony Snail. I got to see Tony Snail. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to read a couple more comments. It would lead to more innovation, but also more isolation. The human experience would change dramatically. Less communication in the real world. I argue that. I think it creates more I think if we look at it as a less and more situation, I think that we aren't going to be able to move as far. But what I do think is going to happen, brother, you are getting hot. What I do think is going to happen, that there's going to be a better digital communication. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put you down, brother. You hold on, give me a second, y'all. I want to pin that comment. I think that's a really. I don't think it's going to lead to. Here we go. Pin. There we go. I'm gonna come right back to that. I gotta put him down for a second, y'all. Oh shoot! Come on, brother. You are just hot every time you sit on my lap. Oh, there we go. Sit there. There we go. Take that. You don't want. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 sec. I gotta go in the dad mode sometimes in the middle of a show. He don't want the pacifier, but then he gonna start yelling. It's a lose-lose. There we go. Got you. There we go. Don't worry. I'll move your camera over. I'll bring you over, brother. I'll bring you back in shot. Don't worry about it. I got you. There we go. Boom. There we go. But anyways, yeah. As I said before, I was like, it will lead to more innovation, but isolation. I do think that it's just going to be a different human experience, you guys. I don't think it's going to be the human experience as we know it. I don't think it's a less or more. I think it's just going to be different. I think we're going to look back on how we did things and almost call it archaic. The same way we, at one point, if you wanted to get in contact with somebody, you would have to call a residence that had 5 other people. That seems crazy to me. That seems crazy to me. Today, imagine trying to call somebody as if you were trying to talk into your insurance agent, and then you had to call their agency or whatever, and you had to go put through this entire bureaucratic bullshit system, and then finally you're able to talk to your agent. We were doing that casually just to get the homework from somebody. Or if you was a nigga on that type of time, to try to flirt with shawty, you would run the risk of her brother, her father, some family member picking up the phone on your side or her side to listen in on your conversation. Imagine telling that to a Gen Zer. Imagine that. They are so private about their phone passwords. Can you imagine? Imagine if the whole conversation, the entire conversation, that would be wild. That would be absolutely wild. Like like I said, I like having this conversation because it's important. It's important that we just don't look at this like another Apple release. We don't look at this as another product. We have to look at this as a changing, just as adults. A lot of the people who follow me or the people who are somewhat engaged with the show, they're young adults. We are all trying to learn how to be better freaking citizens of society on a daily basis. You know, in the past 3 days, I can't begin to tell y'all on all the types of just shit I've been dealing with, just whether it be emotionally, financially, anything. Yeah. Every time he hits the mic, I hear it in these headphones pretty loud, so I'm just trying to figure out what he's trying to say. But anyways, so I've been just dealing with a lot of things, and in that process, I don't generally look at product releases as directions or as North Stars on what's to happen next. Not only my future, but the world's future. So to me, knowing that I'm going through what I'm going through, I have to just look at it as if it's just another cracked screen. I'm excited for what's going to come. I'm excited for, even though I'm going through my little down in the whatever phase. Once I come out of this, I know I'm going to be a much better man. Like I cannot knock it at all. I can't knock where we are at all as a people. I can't knock society as a whole. Some things are frustrating, and to be honest with you, I've learned how to turn those frustrations into positives and sit here and talk on the camera with y'all on a daily basis. But man, just what a product. And I never thought a product would make me so philosophical. It's ridiculous. Apple has never called me. They don't, like I said, they don't know who I am, but I understand the depths. I understand the depths of this product. I really do. That's all I really didn't have a lot for you guys today. I didn't even check my starting time. I usually do. I need to put a clock around here, but that just adds another button. Let's get some questions going, you guys. Let's get some dialogue going. You guys shoot any questions. Don't. Oh my gosh. I know. Life is tough. Life is tough for you. He does this thing where he eats his clothes, and I'm trying to explain to him he can't. You guys shoot some questions. Send some questions my way. I want to have a conversation. I want to talk to y'all. Talk community. While you guys are sending questions, I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up real quick. Come on, man. I'm gonna move that mic. Come on, man. Oh shoot. Look what you got me doing. I got. Oh, brother. There we go. It's kind of like a dull moment in the show. There we go. It's never dull here around community, around here in Treehouse Killjoy Studios. It's never a dull moment. You never know what's going to happen next. You never know who might pop up. You never know. Let's get some questions going. Let me see. If it ain't no questions, trust me, I can wrap it up. Okay, here we go. What will you use the Vision Pro for as soon as you get the chance to? Oh, okay. Oh, that's simple. Bro, editing. I'm beyond excited for just how I'm going to be able to edit and the multiple screens I can add at this. He hit the damn mic. The multiple screens I can add at the same time. I'm really excited to see what innovative editing is for. I mean, what I can use it for. I'm pretty stoked about that. Outside of that, I'm not even a movie guy, but I promise you the Vision Pro has me excited to watch certain movies. I really want to see a 3D experience as like to be all the way in it. I want to make a world that I want to experience a movie in. That's what me personally, that's what I'm most excited for. Is just how I can add it to my workflow, creating a digital office, being able to communicate with other just employees or other co-workers, whatever it may be, or even clients when they get theirs, when it becomes even more accessible to the public, when they create the Vision Pro is the expensive one, but then they create the cheap one like Vision-esque. I don't know. They're gonna come up with some cool phrase for it. I don't know. I ain't quite figured it out yet. But yeah, just adding it to my workflow. That's what I'm most excited for. Just seeing what it looks like on like on an everyday basis, not so much on entertainment, but I am excited for sports. Thank you. I said thank you. That was a good question. Like I said, I like that question. When are you starting your IRA on camera? Your IRA on camera? The way it's looking, if I'm able to close all the gigs, I'm thinking July 1, but there's a couple other expenses that just popped up, like other bills that just doubled out the blue. So I'm gonna call you back on that. It's gonna happen. Fuck it. It's happening in July. August. It's happening in August. I can't make an excuse because if I say, well, if I wait until I get more money, then I'm gonna do it. Then I'm find myself in the same hole. So it's gonna happen in August. Because I get paid for everything right around July, August. Yeah, right around then. That should do. Next question. What will be the first movie you will watch on the Vision Pros? Well, the first movie I know I'm going to watch on the Vision Pro, hands down, is be some type of car, Fast and the Furious. I'm hoping a Tokyo Drift is going to be a car. What you call Cat? What do you think what do you think the first movie I'm gonna watch? I already know it's going to be. Brother, don't do this. We almost done. Don't do this. It's going to be a movie on a large streaming site? All right. It might be a clip. Oh, he getting mad, y'all. All right, this show's we're going to be over soon. Don't worry, brother. So, it will be whatever car movie is on any large streaming service. That's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to be watching, hands down. That's what I'm excited to be watching. Cool. I think that's just about everything. I think I done covered all the major talking points. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I did start the show a little earlier than usual because, as you can very well see, I had him a little bit earlier. Come on, don't. Yeah, thank you. This brother, you got to have good friends around. Because he was just about to get mad at me. But like I said, I appreciate you guys listening to me, for having a whole conversation about the Apple Vision Pro and the future, and me as a teacher, and me being a father. And we're going to slowly but surely going to figure this thing called life out. My rents doubled. Both of my rents doubled within the past 48 hours. And I'm on a major hustle right now to try to figure out how to get my financial literacy in place, to try to get his finances in order, trying to get my family's finances in order, and just a lot. It's a lot. But I can tell you, I can promise you this one thing. No matter what happens, no, for the most part, I will not be canceling a show under no circumstances. Some shows may not be as long, but I can promise you for a fact, no show will be canceled. It would be something serious for me to cancel. Worst case scenario, I would have my phone sitting somewhere and engage with y'all with a mirror and an iPhone somewhere. But yeah, I just want to appreciate you guys so much. I love you and thank you so much. I want you out there to stay happy, stay optimistic. Don't change anything. Thank you for paying attention to me and my son as we navigate through this streaming space. Upcoming shows we have, the shows I have coming up. I'm putting a lot more focus into my car interviewing show. The turnout on that has been exceptional. Oh my gosh. I want to thank all my car people that have come over here. I love y'all. Also, by the end of the summer, probably also around August, I will be starting The Cooks, which is essentially me, Key. It would look just like this, but we're just going to have his bassinet in here, where we're going to essentially just have a conversation, just what it's like being broke and married and love with a baby. Because everybody wants to tell you about marriage after they was on. They don't tell you about it when you struggling trying to put it together. But anyways, that's all I really have for you today. I want you guys to stay happy, stay optimistic. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful Tuesday evening, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow, where we'll have an episode of DDS. Except for this Thursday, you guys, there will be no show because I'm working. So I forgot that. I will not cancel an episode unless I'm working, because y'all know I got to get to this bag because I got shit I got to get handled. Y'all stay happy. Y'all stay optimistic. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to close this. Oh, yeah. Put him in the camera. Yeah, there you go. He in focus. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. That's the perfect clip. All right. We out.